Welcome back to the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. The Class 3A semifinals just about set to get started. Worthington to do battle with Minneapolis North in the quarterfinals. Yesterday over at Williams Arena, there were hot shooters on each side. Daria Frazier for Minneapolis North, 7 out of 11 from the field, and Maria Boever, 26 points to lead the way for Worthington, and that leads into our Nissan key matchup. Maria Boever has been hot for Worthington in the postseason, but the key for the Trojans here tonight will be, can they contend with Tanika Massey inside?
Tanika Massey is a 6'3" inside force, and Maria Boever just 5'7", ends up playing a lot of players taller than herself. Worthington not a very tall team in general, but Tanika Massey at 6'3" really gives them something to look and contend with. Massey, a transfer from Edison, just for her senior year at Minneapolis North, has had a great season. The game plan today, looking at Worthington, they're going to have poise under pressure. You can't face a Minneapolis North team without knowing they're going to come at you hard and early with full court pressure. On the Minneapolis North side, we talked about Massey and establishing that inside game. If they get a lot of points in the paint, get good looks inside at Massey, it's going to be tough for Worthington. And lastly, we talk about controlling the glass. Height doesn't really have a lot to do with rebounding. It's positioning and effort. And I think tonight, especially, if North can dominate the boards, it's going to be tough again.
To control the tempo, you have to control the glass. That'll be one of the keys for certain. Let's meet the starting lineups. And for that, here's public address announcer Jane Voss.
Please let me have your attention as we introduce the teams and starting lineups for this state tournament semifinal game. Between the Section 2 champions with a record of 23-3, the Trojans of Worthington High School, and the Section 5 champions with a record of 20-8, the Polars of Minneapolis North High School. First, let's meet the non-starters for the visitors from Worthington High School. Number 10, Sarah Van Wass. Number 22, Kristen Monteith. Number 24, Erin Schlichty. Number 32, Brandy Schmidt. Number 34, Renee Kramer. Number 42, Taryn Jansen. Number 44, Laura Bent. Number 50, Amber Johansson. Number 52, Kayla Jorgensen. And number 54, Rachel Springman. Now let's meet the non-starters from the home team from Minneapolis North. Number 3, Markesia Cooper. Number 5, Chanika Hall. Number 10, Marika Carlisle. Number 11, Tasha Byers. Number 34, Maya Buckner. Number 44, Takia Stewart. Number 52, Patrice Williams. And number 54, Charmaine Cross. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's game, which will be introduced alternately. Starting with the visitors from Worthington High School. 5'3" junior guard, number 12, Ashley Ramo. From Minneapolis North, 5'9", senior guard, number 21, Paris Williams. From Worthington, 5'6", senior forward, number 20, Katie Decker. From Minneapolis North, 5'10", senior guard, number 22, Maya Johnson. For the Trojans, 5'7", junior forward, number 24, Jacinta Bover. For the Polars, 5'8", junior guard, number 32, Tyrai Bronson. For Worthington, 5'8", senior forward, number 30, Jill Hansen. For the Polars, 5'9", junior forward, number 33, Daria Frazier. And for Worthington, 5'11", sophomore center, number 40, Maria Boever. And for the Polars, 6'3", senior center, number 50, Tanika Massey. The Trojans are coached by Eric Lindner and assisted by Rich Liapis and Tom Schultz. Student managers Amber Tarru and Noel Gutierrez. Minneapolis North is coached by Faith Patterson and assisted by John Patterson and Michael Stevenson. Student managers Andrew Johnson and Anthony Johnson. The officials for this semifinal match, Josh Thoreau, John Birch, and Vicki Barron. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise, remove your hats, as the Worthington High School pep band leads us in the national anthem under the student direction of Phil Hicks.
National anthem, courtesy of the Worthington Marching Band. Eric Linder and the Trojans are ready. Faith Patterson and the Polars are ready. Let's set our starting lineups, brought to you by Car Soup. Here tonight from the Target Center. The winner advances into Saturday evening's Class 3A championship game. The point guard, Ashley Ramo for Worthington. She will be key to handling that pressure. Katie Decker, Jacinta Boever, Maria Boever, and Jill Hansen join her in the lineup. Williams, Maya Johnson, Tyrai Bronson, Frazier and Massey up front for Minneapolis North.
We talked about the state tournament experience on both sides of the lineups, but for Minneapolis North, both Tyrai Bronson and Maya Johnson have been in this tournament a lot of times. We've seen them all the way back to their 8th grade years, and now they're finally seniors.
This the 14th state tournament game for each of them. That's half a high school season worth of tournament games and an early turnover by the Trojans.
Well, I played in 12 state tournament games. We came to the state tournament my freshman year on, but these girls have played their 8th grade year on. A lot of games.
Second try inside for Massey is no good. And the rebound controlled by the Trojans, Jill Hansen. Three-pointer on the way, and it's an air ball short by Hansen. Rebound tapped around and controlled by Ashley Ramo.
The shot might have been blocked by Maya Johnson over there.
This is Decker, finds Maria Boever, double teamed at the side of the lane, but gets the roll, and the Trojans are on the board first.
Psychologically, Anthony, that could be big because, again, you're facing the defending champion. There is a mystique. Eric Linder said it himself, the coach from Worthington. He said there's a mystique with Minneapolis North. If they can get on the board early, it really helps. And there's Bronson from long range.
Tyrai Bronson, 8 points in the quarterfinal yesterday, has the Polars' first bucket today.
There's that pressure we saw after the made basket. Worthington handling it nicely, but here's a turnover.
Second turnover early by the Trojans. Faith Patterson terms it that I like to press them so they almost feel relieved when they get into the front court. And then they can't play their half-court offense. May have been a case of it right there. Bronson backs it out. Spins into the lane and hits the hanging jump shot. 4 quick ones for Bronson. And the Polars lead for the first time.
And that was Maya Johnson getting her hands on that deflection. There you can see the nice change of direction. A spin dribble, stopped and popped. Right in the lane, she really shows a lot of quickness. And here's another turnover early, a traveling call on Jacinta Boever.
Jacinta Boever has drawn the task of stopping Tanika Massey inside. Now they've switched to Maria Boever on the much bigger Massey. A steal by Hansen. And a finish.
Jill Hansen, the 5'8" senior, coming up with a big play to give her team some momentum. There you can see the anticipation, slapping it and pushing the ball forward with Hansen. And going up nice and strong off the glass. 2 points.
Boever with another steal. Lazy entry by Bronson. Jill Hansen. Ramo lobbed it in, and she turns it over. 4 turnovers by the Trojans. Foul, count the basket. Frazier will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Daria Frazier is a smooth player, and she's got a bright future. I had a chance to work with her at my basketball camp last summer. There's a nice, strong move to the baseline with a left-hand dribble and pulls up for the soft jump shot. Kept her follow-through, and even though she was fouled, she converted.
Frazier had a team-high 14 in the Polars' quarterfinal win last night. 7-4 North. Ramo races into the front court, has a numbers advantage. Boever bobbles, can't finish. Rebound finally controlled by Hansen. 3-pointer from Ramo is short, no good. And Tanika Massey goes high for the rebound. Maya Johnson. Massey, long one, 19-footer, no good. Rebound inside, controlled by Williams. And Williams steps on the baseline. We have a timeout at the Target Center. North on top by 3.
From tournaments past, this great clip is brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
In the 2000 Class 3A final, the Lady Polars of Minneapolis North looked for their 3rd consecutive state title. But New Prague center Randy Wirt blocks this shot at the buzzer, and the Trojans dethrone the 2-time defending state champion and take home the Class 3A trophy.
7-4 in favor of Minneapolis North. Just about halfway through this first quarter, no surprise to see the Polars in the semis and with a lead. They've been in the state semis each of the last 7 years and are 6-1 in those semifinal games.
And that's outstanding. You know, once you've had a taste of those championships, so just getting to the semis is not enough, Anthony.
Polars have won 3 of the 6 championship games that followed. There's a whistle against Tyrai Bronson. But when you start to think about what that means, it means that they have played the maximum number of games allowed for each of the last 7 years.
And you think about what that means over the course of time, that's a lot of different players. That's just not one group of girls, it's at least a few groups of girls. And there's a turnover, Eric Lindner happy with how his team has handled the press thus far, but as you mentioned earlier, Anthony, in the front court, they're just having trouble really getting anything established. Young lady taking the ball out of bounds is one we have not talked about enough yet tonight. Maya Johnson, almost 2,200 career points. Faith Patterson has enjoyed Maya Johnson. She's up for Miss Basketball. That's her taking the shot there, number 22.
Missed the shot, rebounded by Maria Boever. Hanson. Top of the arc, Decker no good. Polars want to run, and they do. Johnson with a layup off the feed from Frazier.
Frazier with the rebound that started the whole break.
5-point Polar lead. Jacinta Boever in the corner.
Lindner talked about attacking them a little bit more, and I think he'd like to see his players, Jacinta Boever there, just pulling it out, looking to attack and drive the basket. Outside shot there by Jill Hansen.
Hansen's three cuts the lead to 2. 5 points for Hansen early. Bronson drives, tried to dump it inside, but they turn it over. It was too tall for Charmaine Cross.
Well, Jill Hansen has been up and down a little bit lately, but tonight coming through with a big three-pointer. She shoots about 35% in the three-point range. She may not be flashy, but she prides herself in her consistency, and that really helps against great teams like North.
We passed the 3-minute mark, and a travel and a turnover by Ramo. 6 turnovers by Worthington in the first 5 minutes. Timeout at the Target Center North by 2. The Trojan cheerleaders, coached by Cindy Pospisil. And on the other side, the Minneapolis North cheer squad, coached by Ashkani Persog. Talked about Maya Johnson and battling back from injury. Had ACL surgery. And is not all the way back.
Back in July, and she missed a few first games of the season, and she is the Miss Basketball finalist, but still not playing, Anthony, at 100%. And even though she still is, the Faith Patterson calls the leader on this team, as you saw Tyrai Bronson, the other leader on this team, hitting a nice outside shot.
Ramo kicks to the corner. Jacinta Boever short on the 3. Rebound for Cross. Bronson did not have a great tournament scoring-wise last year. Scored 17 points in the 3 games combined. Off to a great start tonight with 7 in the first quarter. Maya Johnson, great pump fake, and scores on the rebound. Seven-point Polar lead. Pull up side of the lane, no good. Rebound Frazier.
And North really dominating on the boards. They're only allowing Worthington 1 shot at the basket.
Bronson with a pull-up. That's no good. Rebounded by Boever. Wild one from the baseline is no good. Rebounded by Frazier. North with the ball and a 7-point lead.
Wow. That was a long 3. Maya Johnson.
What a first quarter for this pair of seniors. 7 points apiece, and it's a 10-point Polar lead. Blocking foul here that will go against Daria Frazier.
Well, Frazier's really been intense on defense, keying that press, and there she committed a foul with her body. Take a look at this downtown 3 by Maya Johnson. That was awesome. Emotion that gives your team such a lift, too, and as we're winding down here, almost 1 minute to play in the first quarter, North has got to be really feeling confident.
Trojans just 3 of 10 from the field in the early going. Great entry pass, and Boever scores.
That was a nice pass by Ashley Ramo. And Ashley Ramo guarding Bronson right there. She's the career leading steal person for Worthington girls basketball, so watch for her to put pressure on those guards as well.
Bronson forced it inside. Cross somehow came up with the ball, but missed the shot. Rebounded Jacinta Boever. But a turnover. And Cross scores inside. Her first basket. Polars go back up 9.
Oh, a tough break for Worthington. They had it, and then they lost it.
.20 seconds in the quarter. Out of bounds. Last touch by Maya Johnson. For last year's semifinals, Polars won a game despite shooting less than 30% and beat Winona 35-27. Doesn't look like the same kind of performance here tonight. They're off to a torrid start from the field. Polars have hit 8 out of 15 here in the opening quarter. Johnson drives and can't get it. Foul call goes against Tanika Massey. That'd be an early shot for Johnson. You have the ball, less than 20 seconds to go. You have the last possession if you want it. She took a shot with about 14 seconds on the clock, and now Worthington will get a chance at the last shot of the quarter. It's a blocking foul, and this could be trouble. That's 3 fouls against Frazier. Boy, to pick up a foul in the final 5 seconds of a quarter like this and dramatically change the complexion of this game for the Polars.
Well, I'm sure she's frustrated with herself right now that she allowed that to happen. But again, she's just been so intense on defense, and that one kind of a silly foul. That's Ramo at the buzzer. Give Worthington a lift and pull within 8.
Ramo's runner makes our score at the end of 1. North 19, Worthington 11 in the Class 3A semis, live on Fox 9. Second quarter from the Target Center. North on top by 8 as we get started. They forced 8 Trojan turnovers in the first quarter alone. Not to mention the fact that the Polars hit 8 of 16 from the field. Massey lost it inside. Boever stripped it on the way up. And now we get a whistle. It's going to be a foul against Charmaine Cross for Minneapolis North.
And North really racking up the fouls right now, Anthony. That's the 15th foul already. That's something that if Worthington can keep attacking, maybe get to the free throw line, that could help them climb back into this game a little more.
Ramo looking for the give and go off the inbounds. And another turnover, 9 by the Trojans. Polars expected to see some pressure from the Trojans as well. Another turnover. Boy, North has given it away a few times on the other end.
Well, those passes inside have not been high enough, Anthony. They've all been a little bit too short. When you got a 6'3" girl in there, you just got to get it up really high. I used to play with a gal, 3-time Olympian named Ann Donovan, who was 6'8". When you have the tallest player on the floor, you just got to get it up high. There's a steal by Bronson.
Bronson with the pull-up. 9 points for Tyrai Bronson. Hanson scrambles after it in the corner, out of bounds. Last touch by Charmaine Cross.
Cross really doing a nice job actively pursuing and trapping there in the corner. Worthington's going to think twice before they get down in that corner again.
Kristen Monti checks in for the Trojans. Bronson attacks. Ramo Hansen from the corner. Back rim, no good. Bronson went high for the rebound, came down awkwardly. She appears to be okay. Looked like her right knee twisted on this rebound.
Everybody attacking the board there. You could see how she kind of got crunched in there and did fall awkwardly. There's your shooting thus far. And Worthington, obviously, trailing by 10 early is not a good sign, but when you're playing a great team like North, they probably still feel definitely within reach here. And they're starting to show signs that they can get the job done, but it's just been the half-court offense that's really been difficult thus far, Anthony.
Ramo on the wing. Hansen drives into traffic, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Tanika Massey picks up her second foul.
That is the 6th team foul. Eric Lindner's got to be happy about that. If they can continue to attack, they'll be shooting free throws soon. That one actually was a foul on the field goal attempt, so they'll get 2 right here. Jill Hansen, a senior captain of the team, shoots 83% from the free throw line.
As you say that, the first one clanks off no good.
I was never an 80% free throw shooter. I was always in the 70s, and I always marvel at people who could shoot that well.
She gets 1 of 2, 6 points for Jill Hansen. And the Polar lead is 9. Shot no good by Byers.
That's Boever. The crowd wanted a foul on North. You can hear some of the 7 busloads of Worthington fans behind us trying to help the officials.
Another whistle against the Polars. This the second against Charmaine Cross. And it's a bonus situation for Worthington. And the Polars building some serious foul trouble.
Well, again, it's great to come out and play aggressive. There's Paris Williams checking back into the game, but you've got to be smart about it. If you're going to dig yourself into a hole and have players having to sit down, as Daria Frazier is sitting right now with fouls, or put the other team on the line unnecessarily, it's just not good team strategy. So North just needs to pull back a little bit. You want to contest everything, but just try to be a little more careful in all the contact. You've got to play within what the officials will allow you. Every game is a little bit different, and if they're calling them tight, you've got to adjust.
Another turnover by the Trojans. Hansen tried to throw it off the leg of a Polar defender. Sophomore Marika Carlisle enters for Minneapolis North. This is Carlisle with the ball.
There's your turnover stat. Fairly close thus far. There have been a lot of turnovers on both sides.
Deep 3 by Bronson, no good. Johnson has it blocked inside by Boever. And then a foul will send Boever to the line for a 1-and-1.
There you can see the block by Boever. She has the rebound, and I think Johnson just went after the ball. After you get your shot blocked, sometimes you do that kind of thing. Faith Patterson having a few words with the officials at this point. I'm sure she'll be talking to her team about it, too. And Boever misses the front end.
They've struggled at the line. They're 1 of 4, and 2 of the misses were front ends of 1-and-1. Maya Johnson missed badly, got her own rebound. Going to be a foul called inside against Worthington. It'll go against Hansen, and we have a timeout at the Target Center. It's the Polars by 9. Nine-point lead for the Polars. Just over 3 minutes into the second quarter here from the Target Center. Andover and Wilmer will meet later on tonight in the second Class 3A semifinal.
And there you see the Boever sisters, number 24 and number 40. 40 is Maria and 24 is Jacinta. These are the sisters right here and here. I've always wanted to use one of those things. They're 2 of 11 children, Anthony. I know you and I have 4 children each. We think we just have all the kids in the world, but the Boevers, even together, we don't beat the Boevers.
Can't imagine having 5, let alone 11.
That was Maya Johnson hitting another long-range shot, and this is one way to try to beat a press is to get it long, but Boevers loses it out of bounds.
Biggest lead of the night for Minneapolis North. They lead by a dozen. And here they have a 3-on-1 advantage. Bronson, great no-look pass, but Williams missed the shot.
And Williams just didn't hit the right part of the backboard there. Not quite set, but it was a nice pass.
19 of the 24 Polar points have come from the duo of Johnson and Bronson. Ramo missed inside.
Ramo had a beautiful drive. She split right through that 1-3-1 zone that time, had a wide open look, but couldn't convert.
Johnson left alone, short, no good. Tie him up on the rebound. It'll go to Worthington.
Hanson, number 30 there, had great inside position.
Hanson into the front court.
So this is now the point, Anthony, where they've got to just settle down, take their time, work the ball. There are some good looks down on the baseline there against this 1-3-1. That's where they're attacking.
Boever had it blocked inside.
And Jacinta Boever finishes with the putback. And now we're looking at some pressure from Worthington. They're a fairly quick, athletic team. Not a lot of teams press Minneapolis North, I'll tell you that.
Hit to the baseline. Williams, air ball, rebound Boever. 6 boards for Maria Boever. And she's fouled by Catrice Williams. Timeout at the Target Center. Nope. We'll stay here. Free throws coming for Maria Boever. The Trojans just 1 of 4 from the line here in the second quarter.
Well, it's great to get to the free throw line, but you've got to be able to convert. Maria Boever is going to see what she can do right now. She was 6 for 7 from the line in the last game. She is just a sophomore, Anthony. She's got such nice hands. Moves well around the basket. She fouled out in the last game with 6 minutes to go against Cloquet, and that nearly cost them the game.
Still had 26 points in the game. 2:57 remaining in the half. Minneapolis North on top by 8. Eight-point lead for North. We continue here in the second quarter. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the half. Marika Carlisle.
She comes off the bench, just a freshman. Averages almost 10 points a game. The book has her listed as a sophomore, but she is a freshman.
Maya Johnson with an offensive rebound, and she scores inside. Massey's back on the floor with 2 fouls for North. Ashley Ramo, the point guard on the other side, struggling a bit from the field. She's 1 of 3 tonight, but boy, in her career, which goes back to last year's tournament, she's had no luck at state. Just 1 of 11 in the quarterfinal yesterday. Double team in the corner and a foul. The bump goes against Tasha Byers for Minneapolis North.
That'll be the 10th team foul, Anthony, so gives the shooter 2 shots.
There's Ashley Ramo, and a player that they need, but just 2 for 21 in her career at State.
There's a lot of pressure here, and it's a different environment. You know, you start shooting at these baskets, it's a different feel, a different look than a typical high school gymnasium with all that wide open space behind there as well. And she did have 27 this year against Wabasso.
And she had a great Section 2 AAA tournament. She averaged 14 points in the 3-game sweep for Worthington. 1 of 2 for Hanson, who's just 2 of 5 from the line here in the second quarter. Janet mentioned earlier she's an 83% foul shooter. Foul called on the way. No free throws awarded. It's only the 3rd team foul against Worthington. Minneapolis North has drawn 10 whistles.
That foul went against Decker, and it was Marika Carlisle showing her quickness in a drive to the basket, drawing that foul.
Bronson for 3. Good! Tyrai Bronson, 12 first-half points.
She's the all-time assist leader at North. She's going to Creighton next year.
Near steal, but a foul called against Bronson.
Bronson wanted that steal so badly. She saw that perfectly set trap at the timeline and thought, I have this steal. This is mine, but there was some contact there.
First foul against Bronson. 2 shots coming for Hanson. She has 8 points to lead the Trojans here in the first half. Hit 5 threes in their section final win. 15 points to lead the way. They defeated Marshall in their section championship game. Carlisle, pick and roll. And a foul called. May have saved Massey from a traveling violation.
Well, North has not done a great job, as you can see Lindner giving the referee a little opinion about that call. But they have not really found Massey and given her the ball in position where she can do a lot with it. That was a great look right there. North trying to rely on their outside shooting.
Just over a minute remaining in the half. And Worthington, despite struggling to take care of the ball, trailing by just 11. It feels like it's a whole lot worse.
It does, and even psychologically before halftime here with 1:06 to play second quarter, if they could narrow it down a little bit. There you go. Narrow it down, get into the 20s, I was thinking. That brings them to 21. That helps a lot. Wow.
Ramo high off the glass for 3. Johnson tried to dump it inside. They go to the floor. We're going to whistle on the alternate possession. Gives it to North. Boy, those are not the kind of breaks you get when you're in the kind of slump that Ramo has been mired in with the 2 of 21 in the tournament. Usually getting the rim around, in and out. This one was up above the white square and somehow still dropped through.
I don't know how it did. Those long-range glass shots, those are great horse shots, by the way. I like to play at her sometime and show you some of those. Well,
as long as Ramo's not in the game, you'd probably be tough to beat.
Here we are, 30 seconds. Worthington trying to close the gap even more.
Down 8.
Look to get the ball inside to Boever or attack and try to draw a foul. They're really doing well.
They get the pull-up jump shot. It's early, however.
Katie Decker.
Now as the clock expires, the desperation heave by Carlisle is short, and Worthington closes the half on a surge. They score the last 6 points of the half and cut the North lead in half to 6 points.
Well, Massey right there did not get many looks. They tried to get the ball, but North committing quite a few turnovers as well. But those free throws that Worthington also got allowed them to climb back into the game.
Let's go to Jim Rich.
Thanks very much, and Coach, certainly a good finish for your club. They really came back strong that last minute.
Yeah, you bet. They were down, and they had they could have folded, but they stuck right in there. We got a little momentum on our side. We got them in foul trouble. Hey, we're just happy to be where we're at right now.
You look at how your team came out. You talked about in our pregame interview, turnovers would be critical. You had a lot of turnovers in that first half, but you seemed to settle down as the half went on.
Yeah, I think that was the case. And if you look at the stats right now, we would have made our free throws. It's a different ball game.
Talk a little bit about how young this team is, yet they're holding their composure in this tournament.
I think that just the competition we play throughout the season, we play good teams, and that helps your young kids develop some composure. And we're happy where we're at. We just need to get in, do some Xing and O'ing, and hopefully come out and give a better performance.
Minneapolis North has a lot of fouls at this point. Is that something you could work with in the second half?
We're going right after them. This state tournament, there's no tomorrow. We're going to the hole.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. We appreciate it. And now let's go back over to Anthony and Janet.
Well, thanks, Jim. I think Eric Linder is right on. This half felt like North was in command, and yet here he gets to his locker room down only 6.
He's got to feel good about where they're at, and you heard him talk about attacking and put the pressure on. As long as the referees are blowing their whistles, that strategy is going to help to work.
And in the second half, not just bonus, but you might get foul trouble for Minneapolis North. It's the Polars by 6 at halftime. (29-23) Minneapolis North at halftime. Welcome back inside the Target Center. North got off to a torrid start, cooled a bit, and wound up shooting just 38% for the first half. They forced 12 turnovers for Worthington in that first half, and I think you could see that the Trojans were struggling with that North press.
They did. You could see that they were really rattled. I think their confidence kind of grew as the game went on, so we'll see what it looks like in the second half.
And a late 6-0 run for Worthington has them very much in this game. Let's take a look at some first half highlights. And the Trojans got good outside performances by Jill Hansen. Hansen struggled at the line, but still managed to score 8 points in the first half.
She did, giving their team a spark. She's the leading scorer for Worthington. On the other end, it was Maya Johnson and that young lady right there, Tyrai Bronson, who combined for 10 field goals between the two of them. This three-pointer by Maya Johnson was a long one, and it also 4 for 8 from three-point range was, as you can see, great shooting from Minneapolis North.
On our Jeep halftime stats, Worthington with an edge in field goal percentage, rebounding about even, turnover advantage to Minneapolis North, and that's no surprise. But you can't say enough about the duo of Bronson and Johnson. We talked about the fact that these two have played together since they were in 8th grade. Tonight is their 14th state tournament game. Tyrai Bronson's playing her 144th high school basketball game tonight.
That's amazing. I thought about it. I started as an 8th grader also playing high school basketball for New York Mills, and I played 125 games. So they're playing a few more games, I think, these days. But looking at Worthington, I think one of the things they're going to have to do is try to get more shots at the basket, more field goal attempts for North. They had 13 more shots at the basket, and Maria Boever only has taken 3 shots. She's the girl who scored 26 points in that quarterfinal game. They've got to get her involved and start looking to get the ball up.
They've had trouble getting the ball into her hands. The Polars have really collapsed defensively, but keep your eye on that Polar front line. They're in foul trouble. It's a 6-point Polar lead at halftime. It's a 6-point lead for Minneapolis North at halftime. Welcome back inside the Target Center with Janet Carvinen and Jim Rich. I'm Anthony LaPanta. Hope you're enjoying this one. The winner advances into Saturday night's Class 3A championship game. And they will meet either Andover or Wilmer. Our old Dutch storied moments. 1978, Laura Gardner made 22 free throws in a row. And how about this one? Boy, they always say the great shooters have no conscience. 83 field goal attempts in one tournament.
Oh, I've been hoping someone would break that record for years. I think I might pay someone to break that record.
And I know it was one of your rivals that the very next year set the record for the most field goals made in a tournament. Kelly Skalicki from Albany. 83, do you remember how many you made out of those? Probably made 45.
I do not recall.
I don't remember many bricks coming out of the magic hands of Janet Carvinen.
You know, the individual records have fallen, but we still have a few team records for New York Mills. Fewest turnovers in a game, 4. Fewest turnovers in a tournament, 15. So we still have a few records from the old New York Mills days, but record keeping has changed too because the number of games has changed. My single season record fell this year, even though my points per game average was higher than the girl who broke it. So the number of games has changed. We're talking about going to two 20-minute halves next year, Anthony, instead of...
Which I like.
Well, and that's going to change it, though. It adds time. It adds 8 minutes to every game. And so it adds a lot to... I think a lot of records will fall in time. But the game is always changing. A lot of the changes are good changes. Three-point shot has been fun. It's been a good change.
And I like the idea of changing to the 20-minute halves. More basketball creates more depth, requires coaches to develop more players. 4 minutes to go around. And an early foul called inside. Now we talked about North foul trouble. Frazier with 3 fouls. Now 3 inside here against Massey.
Well, Tanika Massey going for the block there, but you can see getting with the body as well. And 3 fouls on her is not a good thing. She is also someone who did not really get on track in the first half. 0 for 3 from the field goal, from the field. So that inside factor about establishing that presence we talked about at the key of the game, North has really not got that going.
It's an 8-0 run for Worthington. And they have cut this Polar lead down to 4. And another turnover. That's 4 steals for Maria Boever. Three-pointer no good. And the rebound controlled by Massey inside. You can see how valuable Massey is when she's on the floor. Maya Johnson, that's a screen from Massey. Look for the pick and roll, but it's another turnover by North. 2 on their first 2 possessions of the second half.
Boever really has been anticipating those passes to Massey, and there's a steal all by Bronson.
And then we get a whistle that will go against Worthington. It's Maria Boever whistled for the foul, her first, after Bronson came up with that loose ball.
Worthington's pressure thus far has not deterred or even slowed North down at all. We'll see. You have to watch that as the game progresses if it does anything.
Bowler's going to a much smaller lineup now with Markesia Cooper on the floor. Frazier with a silky smooth pull-up. Missed most of the first half in foul trouble. She now has 5 points, and it's a 6-point North lead.
She's 2 for 2 from the field, and again, missing a lot of the first half on the bench. Look for Daria Frazier to keep shooting the ball.
Alternate possession will go to Minneapolis North, so it's another Worthington turnover.
Worthington not showing much patience on the offensive end. They need to expect that they're going to have to pass the ball, reverse the ball, the direction of the ball. Just be a little more patient in their half-court offense.
Bronson, a wild runner, no good. Boever with another rebound. She has 7 boards. Hanson outside the arc. Decker in the corner, inside. Boever's there, draws the foul, and will go to the line. 2 against Maya Johnson. And Boever to the free throw line.
That's exactly the kind of possession Eric Lindner, I'm sure, was hoping for, is the patience to take time and look. Let Boever work that low block and get the position. She was able to sneak by the defender, and the weak side person came over and get the foul.
First free throw good by Boever. She's 3 of 4 at the foul line. She got both free throws. Great look inside. Massey from Maya Johnson.
That time really attacking the press. Cross-court passes to find Massey wide open.
Cooper goes to the floor. Tied ball, the call. The alternate possession goes to Worthington. Ramo. Hanson. Batted away. And the loose ball picked up by Ramo. Nice crossover move. Bounce pass to the baseline. Jacinta Boever.
Oh, some excellent passes on both ends, Anthony, to find the open player.
4-point North lead. They've led by as many as 12. Frazier, charging foul, and that's her 4th. Frazier will go back to the bench. 4:42 remaining, 3rd quarter. And the Trojans are coming on. They trail by 4. Eric Linder's squad has become the aggressor, and they trail by only 4 after being down as many as 12 in the first half. Now they have Daria Frazier chased to the bench with 4 personal fouls. Boever spins, forced it up, no good. Rebound Massey.
And just as Worthington has gotten Boever involved, North needs to get Massey involved on the inside. That's a nice drive by Maya Johnson.
And they're going to award 2 free throws here. The whistle blew when Johnson was out by the free throw line. But they have called it a shooting foul and will send her to the line. Foul against Decker was her 2nd. The Polars as a team have attempted 2 free throws. 18 have been shot by the Trojans.
Maya Johnson, one of those Division I players we talked about earlier. She'll be going to St. Louis University next year. There she gets the roll.
13 for Maya Johnson to lead all scorers. And North leads by 5. Near turnover, but Ramo gets it back. Great feed on the baseline. Maria Boever has 10. Ramo has 4 assists.
Those great hands I told you about. That pass is coming fast, and she was able to handle it and get it in.
Cooper kicks outside. Bronson a long 3. Back rim, no good. Rebound Monty. Chance for the Trojans to get within 1 or even tie the game. They're down 3. And a great tie-up by Maya Johnson. The possession arrow favors Minneapolis North.
Super defense there to get in front of the dribbler on the right side and anticipate the tie-up.
With the intensity on Eric Linder's face, I don't know that he's moved more than a step and a half from that spot, and yet it's almost a Gene Katie look to it. Bronson in and out, no good. Massey with the offensive rebound.
Nika Massey going to Loyola of Chicago. There's a travel.
Turnover by Hanson. Trojans have given it away 16 times tonight.
So often when you feel the pressure, you start to think one play ahead of yourself, and that's sometimes where that hesitation and stutter step can come in.
North has turned it over 10 times. Taking better care of the ball of late. Johnson, the runner, no good. Massey had it for a moment, out of bounds to the Polars.
So Massey's a lot more active here in the second half, Anthony. She's really, especially working the offensive boards hard, and that really helps Minneapolis North.
Johnson for 3. No good. Long rebound controlled by Monty. Inside. Two officials blow the whistle. Apparently they're in agreement. It'll go against Maya Johnson, and that's her third. Frazier with 4, Massey and Johnson 3 each for Minneapolis North. And Johnson will have to go to the bench. Tasha Byers and Marika Carlisle checked into the Polar lineup. Ramo wants 3. It's no good. Boever with the offensive rebound.
Oh, she timed it perfectly. Went straight up, kept the ball high, and put it back in.
3-point lead for the Polars. Bronson. Carlisle. Bronson drives by Ramo. The runner is good. Count the basket. Bronson will go to the line.
Well, that's an emotional lift for her team to be able to draw a foul and possibly get a 3-point play. That's much needed here by North.
Foul went against Ramo. Bronson has 14 points tonight to lead all scorers.
Bronson averages about 10 a game. She's really the kind of player who likes to pass as much as she likes to shoot. That time, got the 2 points, but didn't get the free throw.
Jump ball will go to Worthington. We have a break at the Target Center. Minneapolis North on top by 5. Fans, tonight don't worry about missing the news while you're enjoying the exciting tournament action here on Fox 9. The Fox 9 News team will bring you a complete update tonight between our first and second games. Keep it right here on 9. Wilmer and Andover awaiting. They will play next. Foul call goes against Marika Carlisle. Her first foul. 5 against North here in the second half.
Marika Carlisle, number 10, will definitely have to fill the shoes of Bronson and Johnson next year. Getting some valuable experience off the bench. I mentioned averaging 10 points a game. A lot of quickness.
Jacinta Boever inside. Off the entry pass from Monty.
Oh, did Boever ever use her body well? Charmaine Cross was right there, but she held her off. Hit the basket.
A steal by Hanson. Hanson leads in off the basket. She'll go to the line with a chance to tie the game.
Oh my, Jill Hanson. Great steal. Took the ball away and took it all the way down. Kind of scooped it underneath to draw the foul. She can tie it on this one.
Short, no good. Well, a tough night from the foul line for Hanson, very uncharacteristically. Bronson is fouled. 83% from the line for the year and 5 of 10 at the free throw line tonight. Foul went against Ramo, her second. They'll get Jacinta Boever here. A bailout call for North on a sloppy inbound pass.
Jacinta went for it, but definitely committed the foul. She and the Worthington girls are really trying to anticipate more steals. Been a lot more aggressive defensively, and that's really given them some nice turnovers this half. If you're North, though, Anthony, even though you don't like to see that lead slip away, you still need to be composed. Getting the ball inside to Massey is a good strategy. That one didn't fall.
Massey bobbled the first pass, and that threw her off her rhythm. Ramo. Hanson traveled. Worthington had an opportunity to take the lead for the first time since it was 2-0. Polars had leads as big as 12. Carlisle gets the roll on the pull-up.
And thanks to Massey, who set a nice screen at the free throw line for Reader up for a short little jumper.
Monty drives past the double team. heaves it out on top, and Hansen tracks it down.
Oh, good hustle.
Less than a minute to go, third quarter. Jacinta Boever spins, no good. Rebound Bronson. Carlisle's ahead of the play. It's batted out of bounds by Boever. Great hustle by Boever, getting down to block the shot.
That looked like it was going to be 2 points all the way, but Jacinta turned it up a notch, and there you can see her coming ahead of the ball and getting all balls for those Worthington fans behind us like that. It's been a good game.
It has been a brilliant third quarter. Pull up by Carlisle, no good. And foul shots coming for Charmaine Cross, as she was fouled on the rebound.
Well, when the Polars get good looks inside, you know, they just are shots in the paint, second shot opportunities, they're just so effective. But what I think they've gotten away from a little bit is looking for people like Charmaine Cross here or even Massey, making them the priority. It's almost kind of like they've been an afterthought. They've been setting the picks outside for the outside shooters, and that's great if your outside shots are all falling. But if they're not, you've got to rethink that a little bit. And I think Massey should be a priority on your team. Get her in the block and get her the ball and let her do her thing.
Boever with her 10th rebound of the game. 4-point Polar lead. Boever, double teamed. Decker somehow finds Hansen.
These Worthington girls are so much smaller than the North players in the paint. You just think they're going to get smothered, but somehow they find the open player, and there's Bronson with the long one.
Deep three by Bronson's no good. And Worthington is about set to escape this third quarter, very much in this game. In fact, it might be better suited to say that North escapes this period. Still on top.
Gotta get it up.
After three at the Target Center. North 41, Worthington 39 in the 3A semifinals. What a third quarter. And Worthington continued their run that had started late in the first half, trimming the North lead to 2 as we start the fourth quarter. The defending champs being pushed by the Trojans. But the freshman Marika Carlisle has the first bucket of the fourth quarter. And then a steal and a bucket, and North leads by 6.
2 quick baskets by Marika Carlisle.
Decker, Jacinta Boever, might have been a kick, but no whistle. And it's out of bounds to Worthington. Well, how about the quick start to this fourth quarter by the freshman, Marika Carlisle.
She is the future of this Minneapolis North team, no doubt about it.
Foul! Maya Johnson picks up her 4th. And it comes in the opening minute of the fourth quarter.
Well, that's unfortunate, but if you're in a position like that, you just got to be so careful not to be careless about your position. That's her 4th foul. Let's see what Faith Patterson does.
With that miss, the Trojans are 10 of 20 at the free throw line so far tonight.
Well, as a coach, you just kind of shake your head. You say, hey, we had our chances then. And they certainly have had them tonight.
Johnson to the bench. Frazier's back in with 4 fouls. Bowlers want to spread the floor. Bronson. Uses a screen from Massey. Got it back to her on the screen and roll, but a foul called against Boever. Her second foul. Worthington with an edge on the glass through 3 quarters, 25-22. Turnover 17-10. Now here, Massey goes to the line.
As you can see, only 4 points for Massey thus far.
Now everybody thought it was a 2-shot foul, except for the freshman Carlisle, who comes away with the offensive rebound. Massey spins inside, count the basket, and she will go to the line. Boy, a mental lapse by the Trojans. They got a break when Massey missed the front end of a 1-and-1, but nobody reacted to the loose ball.
And this is a critical stretch right here for Worthington because North has really been able to open up a lead again. 3-point play there. Massey now with 7.
And a quick 7-0 run for the Polars to start this 4th quarter. They lead by 9. Ramo. Hansen tried to dump it inside to Boever. Nice save. Polars step up the defensive pressure. Ramo fires for 3. Short. And the rebound controlled by Bronson. Jump ball inside. Nice defensive play by Boever, who will get credit for another steal.
She really has been playing Massey well. And Eric Lidner wants a timeout right now to talk about some things. He's concerned, as you can see the picture there, just under 6 minutes to play in this game. Things slipping away a little bit for Worthington.
30-second timeout.
Well, this Polar team has stepped it up here in the first 2 minutes and 3 seconds of the 4th quarter. I was talking with Faith Patterson before the game tonight, and said that in the preparation this week, she was watching some videotape of the 1998 state championship team, watching their games at the tournament, and said, I had just forgotten how good we were then. And as we continued the conversation, what I remembered most about that team was that they had the ability to create 8 or 10-point runs in the span of 30 seconds. It seemed they could step up the defense quicker than just about any girls basketball team that I can recall. And that's what this team has done here in the first 2 minutes of the 4th quarter. And remember, it all started with the freshman, Marika Carlisle, getting 2 buckets in the first 10 seconds.
And that was right there just kind of a glimpse of what those teams were all about, like you mentioned, where they could just put together those runs, and it was almost scary how fast they could score points. And the game could be over in a matter of, seemed like, just seconds.
This is going to be a foul against Hansen for Worthington. And free throws at the other end for Carlisle, who went up with this loose ball. That's 4 fouls against Hansen.
Faith Patterson played herself at the University of Wisconsin and also played in the state tournament herself, 1976 and 7 for Marshall U. She and I played against each other when we were freshmen, as a matter of fact.
Did she get 83 shots that weekend?
She didn't, I don't think.
Hansen for 3!
Oh, that's huge.
17 points for Hansen. And the lead is down to 6. Carlisle on the pull-up. Great confidence.
That is exactly what I was thinking. That play right there shows the confidence she has to pull up and take it herself.
Boever pulls up side of the lane, no good. Rebound Massey. But a turnover, and Jacinta Boever scores inside.
That was Christy Monty with a great pass. she's played some good minutes here. There she is guarding Bronson right now. Nice pick and roll.
Massey draws the foul inside and will shoot 2. Foul goes against Monty. Polars haven't exactly taken advantage of their few chances at the line either. They are 4 of 9 from the foul line. Massey is now 2 for 3.
One time.
8 points for Massey and a 7-point Minneapolis North lead. 1 of 2, rebounded by Jacinta Boever. Hanson had the hot hand here in the third quarter. Ramo from 15. It's good. 7 points for Ramo.
Oh, quick hands by Ramo, showing why she's a steal leader, and converts.
She'll go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play. We have seen a couple phenomenal efforts, and here she just takes advantage of a lazy pass from Frazier.
Quick hands, just knocked the ball loose ever so slightly and was able to recover it and get it up and in.
The free throw by Ramo is good. She has 10 points, 5 of them here in the fourth quarter. And with 4:25 to go, it's a 2-point game.
Happy birthday, Don. It's Don Kuipers. He is the activities director at Worthington and also was the girls basketball coach for 24 years. He couldn't be more proud of this Worthington team, and he has just been so supportive of girls basketball in the community. And says Eric Linder in the last 5 years has just done an awesome job. And they are 4 minutes away from seeing if they can get into the state championship game for Class 3A.
Something Worthington has never done, although he was here 3 times as a head coach. In his last year, 1999, was his last trip. It's got to be a tough night to be a former coach in an electric atmosphere like this one. Ramo rebounds the miss by Cross. Chance for Worthington to tie the game. They have trailed since North took a 4-2 lead. Hanson. Ramo in the corner. Drives into the lane. Blocked by Massey. And a jump ball call. The alternative possession will go to North.
When you're 5'3" and you take the ball up against someone who's 6'3", that's what happens. Wow. Danica Massey literally just stuffs her.
A steal by Monty. Hanson can't get it. And a foul on Hanson on the rebound. That's her 5th foul.
And that really hurts Worthington. 3:17 to play. Johnson had the inside position, though.
Johnson, who incidentally is in the game with 4 fouls herself. But what a second half for Jill Hanson. She leaves with 17 points and 5 rebounds.
There's the shot, and she went up for the miss. And there was some contact. It didn't look like a lot. And she's really been had a great night, 17 points, but she's really been an emotional leader on the floor tonight. Anthony, a cheerleader for her team, keeping everybody going, saying, it's okay, we're still in it.
Johnson hits the first free throw. 14 points for Maya Johnson. Only 1 of 2, but then gets her own rebound.
Missed assignment there by the Trojans. couple of costly mistakes on free throws, Anthony, to allow North possession. Someone's got to block that shooter out.
Bowlers spread the floor. They lead by 3 with less than 3 minutes to go. But an outstanding ball game. Carlisle for 3, no good. Massey on the putback, that's no good. Second try, it's out of bounds, last touch by Worthington. And we have a timeout on the floor. Don't go away, we're heading down the stretch in a good one. Polars lead by 3. 3-point lead for Minneapolis North. 2:41 to play in this Class 3A semifinal game. And the Polars will inbound in the front court. And it's Maya Johnson right off the inbound.
Looks like a design play, Anthony. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Reed stretches back to 5, and this should be a kick. Trojans will throw it in. Remember, they are without Jill Hansen, who is fouled out with 17 points. A 3 for Jacinta Boever. She is 5 of 7 from the field tonight. The lead is down to 2. Timeout taken by Eric Linder. Boy, Jacinta Boever doesn't shoot the ball that often. But yet she has hit some huge shots for the Trojans tonight.
Well, she's got great corners. She just squared up right at that 3-point line. And even though she had Johnson coming right at her, she just held that follow-through high and nailed the 3. Jacinta Boever with 11. Her sister Maria with 12.
Jacinta was 2 for 11 from the field in the quarterfinals. She is 5 of 7 tonight. Ramo has had an outstanding second half. And for the game, she's a very respectable 4 of 9 from the field.
Trojans putting pressure on. They've got to be careful not to give up the long passes that North attacks the press very well.
The defending champs trying to reach the final for the 7th time in the last 8 years. Worthington trying to get there for the first time in school history. Johnson. Trojans wanted a traveling call against Charmaine Cross. They didn't get it. Cooper to the baseline, finds Massey.
Carlisle really showing a lot of poise out there with a great pass over to Massey.
Bronson with a steal to Johnson. It's good. Count the basket. And Johnson will go to the line for a 3-point play.
Bronson to Johnson. How many times have we said that combination over the years? There you can see the steal. And a quick pass over to Maya Johnson with the left hand. She is really feeling inspired right now. 6-point lead to see if they can finish it out here. Minute 32, but never miss free throw. The door's still open, Anthony.
And 11 rebounds for Maria Boever tonight. Boever on the other end, off the glass for 2. The lead back to 4. North has been able to answer every Worthington charge so far tonight.
That was a nice quick basket for Worthington, but you're right, they've got to get the stop on this end.
Final minute in this 4th quarter. Johnson nearly lost the ball. Got it back, but could not get the roll. Rebound for Ramo.
Got 3-on-1.
Gives it up. Boever bobbled it, and Monty has to scramble to save. Timeout taken by the Trojans with 44.6 seconds remaining.
Charmaine Cross would have been called with a foul, I think, at that point, because she made a lot of contact.
Eric Linder's squad down a dozen in the first half against the defending state champs, I might add. Down a dozen as late as the final minute of the first half, then ran off 6 in a row. From that point on, this has been a dogfight.
No 3-point shots. Make them put the ball in the other side. Okay? If there's screens, call the screens. If you have to switch the ball. And back to rebound.
Both coaches giving encouragement in a game that has been everything that was built up to be number 1 against number 2, and it has looked like it. Ramo drives and got it.
Wow, that was just too easy for Worthington to be able to dribble right in there for a layup. Nobody stopped the ball.
A dozen points for Ramo, 7 of them here in the fourth quarter.
Ramo has been playing inspired as well. They only trail by 2 now. Again, another quick basket, Anthony. Quite a bit of time left.
Johnson fouled by Jacinta Boever. She will go to the line. Polars are in the double bonus, but Johnson has struggled at the foul line tonight. She is just 2 for 5. 16 points right now for Johnson, who averages just under 14 a game. First free throw good. This one could make it a 2-possession lead for the Polars.
And she does it.
Both.
Again, Trojans have to get the ball down as quickly as they can and get a shot up, attack the basket. They don't really need a 3.
But they'll take it. Jacinta Boever for 3.
Wow. Jacinta for a 3 again.
8 fourth quarter points for Jacinta Boever. She has 14 for the game, and North's lead is a single point.
Wow, this has really just been an awesome game. There's Jacinta pulling up. She had someone contesting the shot also. She has really been inspired today. And Worthington, you know, you just got to give them a lot of credit, because many teams, when they find out they're going to be playing the defending champion, and the champion is Minneapolis North, they just want to go crawl into a hole somewhere. And Worthington has just come out playing so much poise today, and even though they found themselves down, to be in this position right now is something I'm sure Eric Linder is just thrilled to be able to be in the position of being down 1 against the defending champion. 25 seconds to play.
They'll go for the steal on the inbounds. Then you have to foul them as quickly as you can. Worthington, 8 of 12 from the field here in the fourth quarter, and 14 of 21 in the second half. Well, Johnson was double-teamed and trapped. She will go to the line to shoot 2. The foul goes against Ramo, her 3rd.
Johnson just made those last 2, so that's got to help her confidence as well. But if you're the player like Maya Johnson, who's been starting every game since your 8th grade year, you know what? You're the one that wants to be on the line right now. You don't want a freshman or somebody else to be there. You want to be the one to put this game away.
First free throw is good. I mentioned that she had struggled tonight, 2 for 5, but she's just one of those players that when the game's on the line, her shooting percentage goes up, and she's now hit 3 in a row here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Missed the second one, and Worthington has a chance to tie or take the lead. Ramo on the run. Drives, she's fouled, and will go to the line. Charmaine Cross whistled for the foul, and Ramo will shoot 2 free throws with 12 seconds on the clock.
Jill Hansen over on the bench, her legs are just twitching, kind of like Jesse Ventura's do when he's at the Timberwolves games. They're bouncing up and down. She just fouled out, so she will have to watch Ramo at the free throw line.
Timeout taken by Faith Patterson. Now Ramo just took this straight to the basket. She's been able to get inside here in the second half. Oh, a hard foul by Cross.
Cross wanted to make sure that she did not make the basket and possibly get a three-point play, but she went over to help Ashley Ramo up.
What a great crowd on hand here tonight from Worthington. And they have been roaring most of the second half. This team has shot 67% in the second half.
Well, it has been quite a game, Anthony. You know, obviously it's a trite thing to say that you don't want to see someone lose, but these teams have really left their heart and soul on this Target Center floor tonight.
Ramo, so far tonight, has made her only foul shot. She has had a brilliant fourth quarter. 7 points in this quarter alone. Missed the first free throw.
Ramo's a good free throw shooter, 75% free throw shooter. Another timeout.
One again taken by Faith Patterson.
And we got 5 to remember. We got a foul right away. Come on now, here we go. Touch. 1, 2, 3, touch.
So you heard the strategy. They got to try to get the rebound on a miss, obviously. If there's a made free throw, they're going to have to foul right away as well.
Bowlers must take care of the defensive glass right here.
That can happen in 12 seconds. And look for them to get the ball to Maya Johnson again off the inbound.
Second free throw coming for Ramo. It's good. It's a 1-point game. And the Polars will take another timeout.
When you're looking, you've got 5 seconds to get the ball inbounded. Smart decision to call a timeout if you can't get it in.
Polars have 2 timeouts remaining. Worthington has 1.
Go time. Okay? You come up for the basketball on the right side of the floor. Where's she taking the ball at? You come up there. Okay? Yes, you're picking for her, you come up. So you start opposite, go set a screen and come up for the ball here. Okay, so we might need to lob it into her. And you go down opposite, and you set a screen for Maya, okay? And you two go opposite directions, okay? Again, we still got 2 timeouts, okay? So don't worry about it. Okay, make a good pass. We didn't say it like that. Take care of it. We won it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, we won it.
Somebody ought to buy Faith Patterson one of those fancy clipboards with the dry erase marker on it.
That's right.
She was going to start drawing plays on her hand in a moment.
She's enjoying the tournament, she said, more than ever. She said she feels very blessed and very grateful for all the opportunities that these girls have had, and she's definitely led the way.
Well, that's so many teams that were just expected to be here and be in the final. This one, she said she was enjoying the ride even more. Here we go.
Worthington looking for a steal right here. Full denial. Not letting the ball get inbounded. They got a foul right away. They can't waste any time. 4 seconds went off the clock.
Ramo picks up her 4th foul. And Decker had a chance to commit that foul immediately and did not.
Maya Johnson's smart too. She doesn't go stand at the free throw line and wait unnecessarily. She kind of intentionally went away, let everybody else get set up, and then enters the picture. The longer you stand there, the more time you have to think about it, the harder it is to make those shots.
Missed the first. Now, even the second would still give Worthington the chance to tie or take the lead at the other end. She got 1 of 2. And a timeout taken by the Trojans, their last timeout with 8.5 seconds to go. And now you can bank on the fact that the Polars will apply pressure here and try and force them to take as much time as possible coming up the floor.
We got a first break.
Have a few more seconds.
8 seconds is a lot of time, but if you can slow them down, and we've seen the Polars do it to the best of teams over the years, it can take teams 8 seconds just to get the half court, let alone into a position where you can score.
Let's have you pass the ball in and you have to be here. You come up right there. You gotta come to the ball. To the ball. Go to the basket. You got a 3 seconds.
Trojans, of course, will look for the first good shot. Happens to be a 3, so be it. Key is to make sure you get a shot.
You've got to get a shot. Eric Linder talked right before he left for halftime. He said, we've got to get our girls to go to the hole. And that's exactly what they have to do right now in this position. But somehow, maybe they could draw a foul or else be able to get a good look at the basket. They don't need to go for a 3-pointer.
8.5 seconds to go. Ramo fouled, and the Polars will put her on the line, and you get the feel like this was done intentionally because it almost looked like they tried to foul her in the backcourt, which doesn't make a lot of sense. They're already in the bonus, but perhaps by putting her on the line, you guarantee that you will get the last shot. All she can do is tie you at the free throw line, and then you get the last possession. Be an aggressive strategy by Faith Patterson, but it looked to me like Markesia Cooper was intentionally trying to foul Ramo in the backcourt.
Hey, we have no timeout. That means we're going to get the ball in bounds. Okay, you got to work.
I haven't seen
Get open.
done very often.
Okay?
But,
No.
you know, I can see your point that it gives them another shot, even if she makes these free throws.
The worst case scenario is you wind up tied if she makes both free throws. But at least you can't lose on a 3.
Ashley Ramo has played a great game all around today. She's an A honor roll student. Played super defense. And being a point guard, there's tremendous pressure when you're facing a team like this.
Ramo, a 75% foul shooter, 2 for 3 from the line tonight. She made 1 of 2 just moments ago. She's the best foul shooter on the floor. Got the roll on the first. What a confidence builder that is.
Nice soft touch of that back spin. That ball just kind of grabs the rim and stays around up there and goes in.
Short. Got her own rebound. It's no good. Boever has it blocked by Massey. And the Polars are on their way to the championship game. No, hold it. Hold it. I believe we had a whistle before the clock expired. Boever had her shot blocked by Massey. I don't believe there was a whistle at that point. The first whistle I heard was after Massey had the rebound after the block.
It looked to me like a foul was being called on a North player, but I'm not sure.
Well, let's see. I mean, it looked like one of the North players knocked a Trojan to the floor, but I didn't hear the whistle until after Massey had the ball in her hand. Now the officials are talking, and I think we might have a free throw for Massey at the other end, and they've only put a half a second back on the clock. So this really makes no difference.
Katie Decker, her fourth.
A foul is called against Decker. And this means the Trojans will indeed be eliminated. What a block by Massey on the defensive end. Bowlers trying to sneak